This is an audiobook created by Subconscious Key Studio. Listen, can you hear it? Beneath the noise of your thoughts, beneath the hum of the world, there is a quieter sound. It is the sound of a river carving its canyon over millennia. It is the sound of a tree growing, not in a rush, but in perfect time. It is the whisper of the way things are before we label them, before we try to command them. The ancient Chinese sages called this the Tao, the Way, the unnameable, the mother of 10,000 things. For the next 2 hours, I invite you to a journey. Not a journey to a distant land, but a journey home. A journey back to your own original nature. We will walk the path of the wandering monk who carries no baggage but a curious mind and a heart open to the world. We will sit by the riverbank of wisdom and explore 4 profound principles. The simplicity of the uncarved block, the powerful ease of the watercourse way, the fertile silence of not knowing, and finally, how to let this wisdom flow into the river of your own life. So find a comfortable place. Let your body settle, perhaps close your eyes, and allow your breathing to find its own natural, unhurried rhythm. There is nowhere to get to, nothing to achieve. For now, the journey itself is enough. And so, our journey circles back to you. We have sat with the simplicity of the uncarved block. We have learned from the effortless power of the river. We have rested in the fertile silence of emptiness. Now let these streams flow together into the landscape of your own life. This is not an exercise to get it right. It is a simple remembering. Bring your awareness gently into your body. Feel the breath moving in and out without any need to change it. And now, bring to mind one single area of your life where you feel friction, where you are struggling. It might be a project at work, a relationship, a personal habit, a creative block. Identify the rock in your river. Now, feel the quality of your effort around this. Feel the pushing, the mental arguing, the striving. Acknowledge it with kindness. It came from a desire to make things right. And now, imagine what it would feel like just for a moment to stop pushing, to release your grip, to step back like Cook Ting and simply observe this situation with soft eyes and an open heart. Don't seek an answer. Don't force a solution. Simply ask with the curiosity of a beginner's mind, what is the natural grain here? What is the hidden space? If I were to approach this with the ease of water, what might the first, tiny, effortless movement be? It might be a feeling of allowing, of patience, of speaking a more honest word, or of simply being quiet. There is no grand gesture required, just a subtle internal shift from resistance to flow. Breathe into that possibility, this feeling. This is not something you need to create. It is your birthright. It is the echo of the uncarved block, the rhythm of the watercourse way, the wisdom of the empty mind. The Tao is not a philosophy in a book. It is the current of your life, the intelligence of your body, the silence behind your thoughts. As we come to a close, know that you can return to this feeling anytime. When you feel yourself striving, remember the river. When you feel full of worry, remember the empty pot. When you feel lost in your carvings, remember the simple, uncarved wood at your core. The path is always here, whispering beneath the noise. You need only to listen. We now arrive at what may be the most paradoxical of all Taoist principles, the power of emptiness. In a world that worships being full schedules, full minds, full bank accounts, this can sound like nonsense. But listen to the words of the Tao Te Ching. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. A window is useful because of the empty space the frame creates. A wheel depends on the empty hub at its center. The silence between musical notes gives the music its rhythm and meaning. Emptiness is not a lack, it is potential. It is receptivity. It is the fertile dark soil from which all creativity grows. When your mind is full of opinions, certainties, and plans, there is no room for anything new to enter. This is the essence of the beginner's mind, a concept cherished in Zen, which has deep roots in Taoism. The expert's mind is full. It knows. It has categories for everything. This is both its strength and its great weakness. It can become rigid, unable to see what doesn't fit its pre-existing boxes. The beginner, however, knows nothing. And because of this, they see everything. Their mind is empty, open, and fresh. They are capable of wonder. The goal of practice is not to fill your cup to the brim, but to keep it forever empty, to always retain a sense of I don't know. This is not ignorance. It is profound humility and intellectual freedom. It allows you to meet each moment, each person, each problem, as if for the first time, full of possibility. The carved self, the ego, is terrified of emptiness. It must know, it must be right, it must be in control. It is like a man who, feeling a draft in his house, frantically boards up every window and door. Soon the house is airtight, dark, and stifling. He has stopped the draft, but he has also stopped the fresh air and the light. The Taoist path is the opposite. It is the courageous act of unboarding the windows. It is allowing the draft, the uncertainty, the mystery, the I don't know to flow through you. It is surrendering the exhausting need to figure everything out, and instead trusting the intelligence of life itself, the Tao, to move through you. This surrender is not defeat. It is the ultimate victory, the victory of reality over illusion, of peace over struggle. From the stillness of the uncarved block, action naturally arises. But what kind of action? We are taught that to succeed, we must strive, push, and force our will upon the world. The Tao offers a different way, Wu Wei. It does not mean doing nothing. It means action without forcing, effortless action. It is the way of this river. Watch it. It has a powerful intention to reach the ocean, but it does not struggle. It does not try to flow uphill. When it meets a boulder, it doesn't stop and declare war. It simply murmurs, "Ah, a boulder," and flows around it. Its power is not in its aggression, but in its profound, unstoppable adaptability. It succeeds by yielding. One of the most beautiful illustrations of Wu Wei comes from Chuang Tzu, in the story of Cook Ting, who was carving an ox for his lord. Ting's knife danced through the ox. His movements were like a ritual dance, smooth and graceful. His blade never stuck, never grated against bone. It slid through the spaces with a whispering sound. After 19 years, his knife was as sharp as the day it was sharpened. The Lord, amazed, said, "How can skill like this be possible?" "Your servant," Ting replied, "is concerned with the Tao, which goes beyond mere skill. When I first began, I saw the whole ox. After 3 years, I no longer saw the whole ox. I saw its parts, its structures. And now I meet it with my spirit, not with my eyes. My senses are still, my spirit is free to move. I follow the natural contours. My knife finds the hidden spaces, the cavities that are already there. I guide it through the great openings, avoiding the tendons and the bone. A mediocre cook changes his knife every month because he hacks. A good cook changes his knife every year because he cuts. I have had this knife for 19 years. It has carved thousands of oxen, and its edge is still like it's new. Do you say? Cook Ting's genius was not in his force, but in his profound attention. He didn't oppose the reality of the ox. He understood it so intimately that his action became one with it. He flowed with the Tao of the ox. This is Wu Wei in practice, a state of mastery where the doer and the deed become one, and action becomes as effortless as breathing. Contrast this with the archer who is shooting for a prize. When he is practicing for fun, his body is relaxed, his mind is clear. The bow becomes an extension of his arm, and the arrow finds the target almost by itself. This is Wu Wei. But when the same archer steps up to shoot for a sliver of polished brass, everything changes. His vision blurs. He calculates, he thinks, I must win, I must not fail. His ego, his sense of a separate self that needs to prove itself, enters the arena. And with it comes tension, strain, and a loss of that natural grace. Wu Wei is the action that remains when the desperate, calculating ego steps aside. It is the state of playing rather than performing. It is doing the work for the love of the work itself, not for the gold that may or may not come. Where in your life are you shooting for the prize, instead of simply enjoying the feel of the bow in your hands? So, let's bring this down to the stream of your own life. Where are you trying to hack the ox? In a difficult conversation, are you trying to force your point, or can you listen for the natural openings? In your work, are you straining against a problem, or can you step back like Cook Ting and see the hidden spaces, the path of least resistance that is also the path of greatest effect? Wu Wei is not laziness. It is often the most intelligent, potent, and timely action possible. It is the art of discernment, knowing when to push and when to yield, and realizing that yielding is often the stronger move. Our journey begins with a single, profound image. Imagine a piece of wood fresh from the forest. It is not a table, not a chair, not a tool. It is simply itself, grainy, rough, full of infinite possibility. This is Pu, the uncarved block. It represents our original mind, our essential self, before the world began to shape us. Think back to your earliest childhood. There was a time when you were pure experience. A feeling of wonder at a ladybug on your finger. the uncomplicated joy of a puddle. You were not smart or clumsy, you were just being, this is poo. But then the carving began. Well-meaning voices said, be brave, don't cry, share your toys. You were given a name and with it an identity. You are the artistic one. You are not good at math. You must be successful. Each expectation, each label, each wound was a cut into the uncarved block, shaping you into a specific, useful form. And we internalize this carving. We pick up the tools ourselves, constantly smoothing, polishing, trying to become the right shape for the world. The Taoist sage Chuang Tzu loved to challenge our ideas of usefulness. He tells of a huge, ancient tree that stands in a village. Its trunk is too gnarled for timber, its branches too twisted for building. Every carpenter who passes it shakes his head and calls it useless. If I had been useful, the tree says to a carpenter in a dream, you would have cut me down long ago. My so-called uselessness is my greatest blessing. It is the very reason I have grown to such a great and shady age. You stand in my shadow now, sheltered from the sun. Is that not a use? But not one your marketplace understands. We spend our lives running on a treadmill of usefulness, desperate to be productive, valuable, admired. But the tree asks us a terrifying, liberating question. What if you stepped off the treadmill? What parts of your useless self, your quiet contemplativeness, your love of silly jokes, your daydreaming, are actually the very things that give your life its unique texture and depth? The uncarved block's value is not in what it can be made into, but in its inherent, unshakable wholeness. So, how do we find our way back? We don't build a new self, we uncarve, we shed. For the next few minutes, I invite you to simply listen to the sound of this water. With each drop, imagine a single worry, a single label, a single should softening and falling away. Feel the weight of I am the responsible one, and let it dissolve. Feel the tension of I need to be perfect, and watch it fade. There is no effort here. It is not a battle. It is a gentle release, like autumn leaves letting go of a branch. You are not losing anything essential. You are uncovering what was always there. Rest here in this uncarved space, in this simple, wordless being. This is the peace of poo.